During the golden age of automobiles, every drive felt special. It wasn't just about reaching a destination. It was about turning heads with style and experiencing the thrill of speed. We are discussing the most beautiful cars in history. The 1925 Rolls-Royce Phantom 1 Yonkers Coupe, with its sweeping lines and 7.7-liter engine, ruled the roads at 80 miles per hour with quiet confidence. The Bugatti Type 35B roared with 138 horsepower, collecting over 1,000 wins and rewriting racing history. The Duesenberg Model J let its 265 horsepower speak for itself, while the Trossi Roadster's 300 horsepower turned heads wherever it went. This video is packed with 10 of the most beautiful cars from the golden age of automobiles. Subscribe for more stories from the golden age of automobiles. 1. Rolls-Royce Phantom 1 Yonkers Coupe, 1925. The Rolls-Royce Phantom 1 Yonkers Coupe is one of the most beautiful cars ever made. It started as a Phantom 1 Hooper Cabriolet, but a Belgian bus and truck maker turned it into a moving Art Deco masterpiece. It has a 7.7-liter six-cylinder engine with about 108 horsepower, letting it reach around 80 miles per hour, which was fast for its time. In 1936, it won the top prize at the Cannes Concours d'Elegance. Later, it was taken to the US, where a man covered it in gold and displayed it in malls to earn money. Thankfully, the Peterson Automotive Museum restored it to its sleek black look in the 2000s so people could see its true beauty again. 2. Bugatti Type 35B Grand Prix, 1925. If there's a racing legend from the golden age, it's the Bugatti Type 35. This car dominated tracks, racking up over 1,000 wins, from the brutal Targa Florio to the glamorous Monaco Grand Prix. The 35B version cranked things up with a supercharged 2.3-liter engine, pushing out 138 horsepower, which was serious firepower back then. Its slim, clean body wasn't just about looks. It was about speed and winning, and it did that relentlessly. Today, if you're lucky enough to find one at auction, expect to pay upwards of $650,000 to bring this piece of motorsport history home. And honestly, it's worth every penny for a legend that refuses to age. 3. Duesenberg Model J, 1928. So, what do you do a year before the world crashes into the Great Depression? You built one of the most powerful, luxurious cars ever made. That's exactly what Duesenberg did with the Model J, a car that became the ride of choice for Al Capone, Greta Garbo, and Clark Gable. Under the hood, it had a massive 6.9-liter straight-8 engine, making 265 horsepower, while the supercharged SJ version roared with 320 horsepower, an absolute beast for its time. These cars aren't just valuable, they're art on wheels, with average prices hitting $1.5 million and special versions like the Murphy-bodied 1931 Duesenberg Model J going as high as $10.3 million. 4. Mercedes-Benz 710 SSK Trossi Roadster, 1930. What do you even say about a car that was ordered by an original Ferrari investor, designed by Ferdinand Porsche, and built by Daimler-Benz? Count Trossi, who would later lead Ferrari, fell for this super sport Kurz, built for brutal hill climbs, and bought one when its racing days were done. Then Willie White gave its body a rework, adding that long, swooping fender look that makes it unforgettable. Under that endless hood sits a monstrous 7.1-liter straight-six, pumping out 300 horsepower and 120 miles per hour, which was pure madness for the 1930s. It's one of the rarest cars ever made, and Ralph Lauren has one sitting in his private collection. The Trossi Roadster isn't just a car, it's art on wheels. 5. Mercedes-Benz W25 Silver Arrow, 1934. This is the legend that stepped in after the SSK, right after Porsche left Daimler. The W25 Silver Arrow wasn't perfect on the track at first, but it found its groove, taking the 1935 Drivers' Championship with Rudolf Caracciolo behind the wheel. The engine delivers a solid 354 brake horsepower, 264 kilowatts, at 5,800 revolutions per minute, giving you strong, confident power exactly when you need it. But what sets it apart is how it looks. There's something about its clean, almost sculpted lines that makes you stop and stare, even today. It's low, sleek, and carries that silver glow that makes it look like a bullet on wheels. While its racing victories were important, it's that timeless shape that turned the W25 into one of the most iconic cars ever built. 6. Citroën Traction. Avant, 1934. Here's a car that was so ahead of its time, it might as well have been from the future. The Citroën Traction Avant was the first mass-produced car with front-wheel drive, four-wheel independent suspension, and a unibody design. That's why they called it Traction Avant, front-wheel pull before it was cool. Designed by André Lefebvre and Flaminio Bertoni, who also gave us the 2CV and the DS, this car shaped the look and feel of an entire generation of European cars. The Citroën Traction Avant 11 is a classic car model equipped with a 1911 cubic centimeter inline-4 engine, producing 56 horsepower, delivering smooth and reliable performance for its time. It stayed in production until 1956, with over 759,000 units built. Prices today? Around $30,000, making it one of the most beautiful classics you can afford to park in your garage. 7. Auburn 851 SC Boattail Speedster, 1935. This is America's first real shot at building a true sports car, and they nailed it. The Auburn 851 Boattail Speedster looks exactly like its name sounds, a speeding boat on wheels. Designed by Gordon Buerig from Duesenberg, it's all flowing curves and aerodynamic lines, and it just screams motion even when standing still. It came with a water-cooled, supercharged 4.6-liter inline-8 engine, pushing up to 150 horsepower, letting it hit 104 miles per hour, which was wild for its time. Sure, it wasn't as quick as European rivals, but the Speedster made up for it with pure presence. It's a car that turned heads then, and it still does now, no matter where you see it. 8. Mercedes-Benz 540K Special Roadster, 1936. Designed by Friedrich Geiger, the same genius who gave us the Gullwing and the Pagoda, the 540K Special Roadster was the top of the food chain in the 30s. Only 32 of these were ever made, and while the Nazi commanders had their own Mercedes saloons, this beauty made its way to the US too. Under the hood, it packed a supercharged 5.4-liter straight 8 pushing up to 180 horsepower. Not the fastest car of its day, but one of the biggest, flashiest, and most expensive rides you could own. If you want one now, be ready to drop over $11 million to bring this legend home. 9. Auto Union Type C, 1936. Now, if you want to talk about legends on the track, the Auto Union Type C deserves a spot. This beast came from Ferdinand Porsche's vision to build a racer that could take down the mighty Mercedes-Benz Silver Arrows. Funded by Hitler's regime like all Silver Arrows were, the Type C was based on Porsche's P-Wagon design and rocked a mid-engine layout with a wild 520 horsepower. The competition back then was ruthless, with Mercedes and Auto Union locked in constant battle. But the Type C managed to clinch the European Championship in 1936 and 1939, proving it wasn't just a contender but a champion that kept Mercedes on their toes. 10. Talbot Lago T150C SS Goutte d'Eau, 1937. If there's ever been a car that truly looks like art on wheels, it's the Talbot Lago T150CSS Teardrop. Designed by Giuseppe Figoni, one of France's finest pre-war coach builders, this car is the definition of Art Deco, with its flowing curves and elegant lines that earned it the Goutte d'Eau nickname, meaning teardrop. But don't be fooled by its looks alone. This beauty could move, with Talbot winning races, including the 1937 French Grand Prix. Even a stock Talbot Teardrop raced at Le Mans in 1938 and finished third. Today, if you want one in your garage, it'll cost you around $4 million at auction. That's it for today's ride through the golden age of automotive beauty. Which of these timeless classics would you park in your dream garage? Drop your favorite in the comments. We'd love to hear which design stole your heart. If you enjoyed this journey back in time, hit that like button and share it with fellow car lovers. Don't forget to subscribe for more stories on the most beautiful and rare machines ever built, from classic legends to future icons. We post weekly, so turn on notifications to never miss the next drop. Thanks for watching, and keep the passion for timeless cars alive.